Thank you for joining us for our Tuesday with Tea. I like to tell my clients that liken it to a cold, liken cancer to a cold. It's an autoimmune issue. It's an anomaly of cells, and it's causing your body to retreat, just like a cold.
Right.
So, take care of yourself, drink warm liquids, and joy, right? A lot of times I think that when people get diagnosed, they lose their joy.
Absolutely. Yeah, you forget to have fun. You're so, intense, and your body just doesn't feel good. And, there's no reason to, get out of yourself, but you have to have that outside supporting agents, just to give yourself that break and not, focus on it and to just be. And they say laughter is the best medicine. And it's true.
It's so true. I had the pleasure of working with Gilda Radner at the Laugh Factory way back in the very beginning in the early 80s when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. And she created a home. It was a home that they converted into a treatment center where people could just go watch movies, joke around. I volunteered my services as a body worker and rubbed the feet of so many people during that time. But there was a hard rule in that environment that only laughter could be. Only it was all just about uplifting. There were no sad stories. None of that was in the space. And I think that it's really hard for us as human beings to separate a diagnosis from who we are,
Absolutely.
And we become, and we tell ourselves, instead of saying I have cancer or cancer's in my whatever, my view, I am cancer. And we don't understand that when we say things like I have cancer, we are saying we are cancer.
Right.
As opposed to like keeping it at bay. Like I'm working with, I'm living with, I'm dealing with. It's an entity. It's not an identity.
Correct. Right. Right. You say, hi, my name is Lori. You don't say, hi, my name is cancer.
Right. Exactly. And the other, the other thing with cancer is that oftentimes you look totally normal.
Yep.
And people don't understand. And healthy. Yeah, you look like a normal, healthy person just out there doing whatever. And, inside your body is not that. So it's like a mind fuck basically, because
it is.
People expect you to behave normal, but you're not operating at your normal capacity. So any recommendations on how people can share with their environment about what's going on with their health, like their coworkers, their family, their whatever, but not make it like their badge or, because a lot of times what people will give us because they don't know how to deal with it is pity. And, nobody wants anybody's pity. Nobody wants pity. So
no, nobody wants pity.
On how you could share or, let others know.
I think it's easy to just say, listen, I'm not feeling so great today. And you don't have to explain, you don't have to give them, just listen, I just, I don't feel so good. Of what's bothering you? I don't really know. I feel tired. I don't feel all together, because
it's not everybody's business what's going on with you.
Correct.
Yeah. And you could just give yourself a hall pass by, I just have a little cold,
or something. Right. Because it's really not their business, and everybody gets like that. Oh, they wake up and they just don't feel good. How many times did you ask your kid, oh, I just don't feel good, and then they vomit in your bed, right? It's like
right
they don't go, oh, I'm gonna be sick. They go, I just don't feel good.
Tell you the whole story. They don't feel good.
Right, exactly. So it's the same thing. Your coworkers don't come in and be like, oh my God, and da 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 da, and I got so sick last night. They come in, they go, oh, I'm hungover. All right, have a great day.
Right. And do you think it's important in the workspace to let your bosses know what's going on with you? Do you feel like there's any discrimination once you've gotten a diagnosis to share? Like, you might need some extra time off. Like, how can you share what's up with you in a way that doesn't impede upon your personal, like, your employment? I know a lot of my clients, they're afraid to speak up because they don't want to lose their job.
So
it's against the law. Let's just start with it's against the law to be fired if you're
correct.
Okay, so
exactly
start there. But moving from that place.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that's a hard and fast line. And I think it depends clearly on the company. Larger companies have an HR department, and they're educated in responding to that, and they have to make accommodations for whatever you need. So they may have to, move you from one building to the next, or move you from a job task, because if you're on something that's, lifting and heavy duty and you're not up for it, that's very different than, maybe you could work at home.